All three, excellent. So I'd encourage you during the break, there'll be about a 45-minute set. We'll take about a 20-minute intermission. For those of you on the live stream, we're just going to let the live stream run. So time it for 15 or 20 minutes and then come back. And then Wes will play a second set. So please help me welcome Wes Collins.
Thank you, Dave.
And I'm going to
Appreciate
stand
y'all
here for
being
a
out here
minute
tonight.
and make sure this is good.
All right. Are we live through this little guy? Yes, we are. All right. I'm going to start off with, ironically enough, the first song off of my latest record. This song, one of the things I've learned being married for 33 years is that my wife and I have very different brains. I think hers is normal. She thinks a thought, she forms that thought into words, and then she says it. And I don't do it like that. I say a thing and then go, ooh, that's not right. So that's kind of the dangerous way to live, but that's the brain I was issued. This song is kind of what that's like. It's called Under My Fingers. It goes like this. I know thought leads to words, and then word leads to action. But when they buzz around my tongue, and I can't seem to catch 'em, I can't think in black and white when I've been swimming around in the gray, and so I don't ever know what I mean till I say it. It's under my fingers, as plain as the alphabet, right under my fingers. Just haven't typed it yet, but the last time I saw you, you took me to tatters, and you swore you were soft underneath, like it matters. And then you showed me your scars, but wouldn't tell me where you got 'em, as we laced up our shoes for one last race to the bottom. It's under my fingers, as close as it's gonna get, right under my fingers. I just haven't found it yet. When did we decide everything had to scan and rhyme? Nobody wanted to hurt anybody. It's just how it came out that time. I can hear you trying not to call down what we deserve. And if the makers are watching us, I hope they're grading on a curve. But when we got to the end, what was there? I've forgotten. And maybe I wasn't listening to you. Yeah, that happens a lot. And I could dry up any second now that I'm looking down at the pen, but then it's not giving out if we both say I surrender. There's a cello part. Thank you. So how many people were here for Ordinary Elephants show? All right. Okay, so you folks will get a little extra out of this. They probably played a song here called Jenny and James. I'm about to play a song called Jenny and James that is not that song. What happened was that Crystal and Pete were in Chapel Hill and staying at my house, and we decided we would write a song together. And we got as far as it was going to be about Jenny and James. It was going to be called Jenny and James. It was going to sound roughly like this. And then they left. They went on tour, and they finished their song. And their song is about two people that got together against enormous societal pressure, and they are people that you really want to emulate and be like them. My Jenny and James work at a Hardee's together and really had no shot. So this is how mine goes. But on the record, Crystal and Pete play. So they approve of mine, and Crystal sings harmony on it. So this is you can tell that theirs is Jenny ampersand James, and mine is Jenny A&D James. In case you're, like out in the wild and come across a Jenny and James and you need to identify it. Anyway, here's mine. And your crooked grin. Every morning you come in, singing a song to your rolling pin, dusting down the biscuit dough. 7 hours on your shift to go. You wouldn't pick up on Jimmy or take any notice when he decided to change his name from Jimmy back down to James. Took it down by one letter and hoped you might like it better, but mostly James was scared, keeping out of your pinned up hair like a rug or a folding chair. He was always just kind of there, but he knew how to harmonize. When you shut the place down at night, he lived for your sideways chuckle whenever you got it right, but you never picked up a phone. So he wrote you a 2-word poem for you to read when you were alone. Tore it open when you got home, and it said, "Ah, Jenny." What he didn't say, couldn't make yourself feel that way. Let him down the best you could, and he made a face like he understood. But he quit with the harmony then, started going by Jimmy again. Caught up along the tear, and you two had to leave it there. In a couple of years, in the back of your memories here, a meaty voice you can almost hear singing, "Ah, Jenny." Thanks very much. So I just put a record out a couple of 9 months ago now, last June. And right after it was mastered, I burned a copy of it for my brother because he was really interested in hearing the record. And he hadn't even heard the songs. And so I dropped it off at his house, and like a week went by, and I didn't hear back from him. So he called me about something else, and I kind of put him on the spot. I was like, so what do you think of the record? And it was like this beat, He was like, well, it sure is sad. And in his defense, he's right. It is very sad. I'm going to play you the song that I think made him say that. And it is very sad. In my defense, I changed the lyrics to this song right before I recorded it. Before I recorded it, it was toxically sad. It was just like, if you want to hear the by prescription only lyrics, hit me up after the show. The song is called Cocoon. It goes like this. Take out the silverware all over the floor, and I can't get around in my bare feet anymore. I had some ideas, I don't know where they are. Probably rolling around in the floorboard of my car. Some people never learn how to read a room, but I kept hoping that this was a cocoon, and I was gonna turn into something better pretty soon. That ain't what happened, I guess you know. You ain't gonna crack the wall if there's no place you wanna go. Some people never learn how to read a room. It's alright in the morning, gets dark in the afternoon. Hang on to your voice, man. Hang up at the tone. I don't wanna be a stammering voice leaking out of your phone. But if I don't tell you now, I probably never will. I'll try to get it down long end if I can get the paper to hold still. But hear me out, and the way I figure to get what you really want, the trick is you go for the opposite, and you get what they hand you anyway, whatever you choose. You can't disappoint yourself too bad if you aim for the blues. Some people never know when they're making it awkward. From the day that we met, I owe you so many apologies you're not gonna get. But I can just about scrape together a sorry goodbye to you. I'll put it under your wiper blade, and I guess that'll have to do. Thank you. Thanks very much, y'all. I can feel myself drifting here a little bit. Let me put paid to that. This song I kind of wrote this song by accident. I was trying to find a song on Spotify by a guy named Robbie Hecht. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. And I had just started a song that I wasn't familiar with when I realized the bathtub was about to overflow upstairs. So I turned off the stereo and I ran upstairs and I, rescued the bathroom, and I started, the song kept going in my head, but I'd never heard the song. So as I finished up my bath, I was like, that's mine. I actually wrote that. So that was the first verse. The rest of it took about 1.5 years to finish, because once my brain was engaged, it was like, oh, grind to a halt. That's how that works. But the song is called Last Saturday. It's like this. You'll see why it's called Last Saturday as we go along. Last Saturday, I got out of the house again. It started out so promising, and then somebody said your name, or maybe it was me. I don't know, it might have been. I always feel you on my skin, a little stutter in the brain. So the season finally changed. You didn't stop the world from spinning round. There's cherry petals on the ground. I can see them through the blinds. Now wind the clock again, but I don't care what time it is. I'm just building up the calluses. Help me keep inside the lines. A couple times a year, the sirens at the edge of town, they wake up and they lay it down like a baby on a plane. And I notice them sometimes, doesn't bug me like I thought it would. And if you're asking, well, I'm doing good. I left the house last Saturday. Thanks very much. Thank y'all. I'm going to learn how to drink while you guys are clapping. One of these days. Ooh, there's some licorice in that tea. Yeah, a little anise going on in that. Y'all try it. Pass it around. All right. Cool beat. This next song is called Waiting. It goes like this. This patch I've been tilling ain't nothing to grow. You tell me what I'm doing wrong, and then we'll both know. I've got nothing left to give up to this land. My hands on this post and my head on my hands. Seem like all the good done wicked out of this ground. The centipedes still like me though, hey, stuck around. If it told me I ought to rotate them beans, try putting some okra or corn in between. I let that fall by the last plant. but I've done everything else she ever asked me to do. Busting my knuckles up year after year, starting to come to me why I'm still here, and I'm waiting to see. 'Cause on the horizon, it's coming to get me. I couldn't tell you, I can't make it come clear, but something gonna happen, and I aim to be here. The last time I had any company was half of the town, drank some coffee, we sang some hymns and put Olivia in the ground. I sharpened up my tools and took it out on the dirt. I ground myself down and I liked how it hurt. Don't have many days piled up in front of me. I reckon I'll tick 'em off just like I please. Like I'm starting to run out of time. My body is trying to fold up, but I'm gonna make it. Never you fear. Who am I talking to? No one to me here. Thing about waiting and paying attention and living to suffer is I get the feeling it's just about over, and I'm waiting. Heard me doing a little personal grooming right here in front of you. That string was wanting to take my finger off. So this next song, I promise I'm not going to do this entire set about my wife, but this song is actually like the second song that I ever wrote, and I didn't realize at the time that I was writing it about my wife, Anita, because I thought I was making it up whole cloth, right? And the first time I ever gigged it out, she was sitting right there, and somebody was like, "Is this about your wife?" And I went, "No," and it really hurt her feelings. And then as time has gone on, I realized, God, every particular in the song is a thing that happened to Anita and me. You will notice that I'm saying Anita, not Anita. I called her Anita until we'd been married 4 years, and I was making fun of the way her dad said her name, because her mom is Dutch and her dad was from Fayetteville, Tennessee, and so he would call her Anita, and I thought that was lovely. I just love that. I love the way your dad says, Anita. She said, "Well, you know, that is my name." So this is a song that I inadvertently wrote about Anita. Let me tell you, like, if you ever meet her, she won't bust you about it, obviously. She let me get away with it for 4 years, right? But she won't say anything. But the way you say your name right is like, it's a hard T, right? And then there's like a little glottal stop first. You like have to put on the brakes and then say T, like Anita, right? Anita, give it a try. Anita. That was really good, y'all. You guys got it on the first go. So this is a song that's about Anita. It's called Diana. It goes like this. Hold tight, let go, don't fight it. Slide on down to the pool. The water's brown, but it's cool, and you probably won't die. We won't point it. Tell your boyfriend now you never swam till the day, but you jumped in anyway. Came out shaking, and I stood off to one side. Watched that trophy girl glide off your shoulders into the woods and gone. And I swear it was hard not to stare there in her place, not 7 feet in front of me. You turn around, caught me looking. Am I the only one who saw you die? And turn your face away. How's that go? Diana, turn your face away. Every time I try to tell you what I mean, my thread begins to fray. I'm gonna try, work it out that I've been around a while. I seen what you show, but never who you are. Steer me, I can't hear me now. I'll describe what I see. You tell me what I mean. I don't know anymore. You shrugged off that disguise, burned a ring in my eyes, tore away all my language and nerve from my tongue. There's no air in my lungs, and the only one I gotta tell what happened to me is standing right in front of me, worried for my sanity. Well, Diana, what I gotta say, I'm as apt to get it right as flap my scrawny arms and fly away, 'cause I'm afraid if I say it plain, we can't start again. Let me put it this way. I looked up at you and saw a constellation. Is this some kind of prayer or just a conversation? Diana, look at me again. I can't be your friend anymore. Might be easier for us to keep it how it was. You could go that way, but it's too late for me. I seen who you are. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do one more song about Anita, and then I'll get off the Anita thing. Hi, Anita, if you're watching, by the way. I hope she is. So that was about the moment I realized that I was in love, that I was hanging out with a goddess. And so when Anita and I were first dating, and even up to the point where we got married, I wasn't writing songs at that point. I played guitar, but I wasn't writing songs. So I didn't write her a song when we got married. But about 5 years later, our son was born. And I didn't write her a song then either. I still wasn't writing songs. But nor when our daughter was born 2 years later. You get the idea, right? But a couple of years ago, for Father's Day, she gave me this really cool capo. So I wrote her a song, and I wrote the song about the day that I went by her apartment to tell her that I had a giant crush on her. And so I was going to disappear for a while, because it was about to get weird. And Anita tells me this song is 15% accurate and 100% true. And it's called Pelican. It goes like this. Wave you on in, you don't have to knock anymore. You offer me half of your coffee like you're gonna need it to get in the door. My place is a spot to get out of the weather. You duck in sometimes when it rains. You could beat a path home, but your mail, it gets soggy that way. You leave your boots on, I don't care what you're tracking in. I brew up my own, 'cause I'm not big on nutmeg and cinnamon. Up from your phone, I like how it lights up your face. Yeah, that came out kind of creepy. I hope you don't take it that way. I can be super poetic and stuff, but I'll shut up before that kicks in. Much better bet would be to see if I could get you to put a latte through your nose again. I'm on board for wherever you're driving this story. You know what? Maybe not. I forgot you can get kind of morbid. So I can be awkward and more than a little indelicate. And as far as being graceful and poised, I've been compared to a pelican. So I got no method or strategy to get you to toe off those galoshes and stay. It looks like my big play is to just say it. I like you that way. Hey, sweetie. Thank y'all. I'm going to do 2 more songs for you, and then we're going to take a little break. Seems like we're right on time. So there is. I was asked to write a song about surfing. I invite everyone in this room to look at me and see if I strike you as the kind of person who surfs or ever surfed. I'll save you a little time. No, I am not. So I wrote a song about not surfing. And in fact, I wrote a song about sitting very far away from the surf and watching people very far away surf from a very safe distance. The song is called Orange and Magenta. It goes like this. So orange and magenta paddles out beyond the breakers to the swell. Male or female, black or white, from where I'm at you need binoculars to tell. I've been here on this rock for 15 days to true my compass and forget you. And every morning I come out and grab a little time with orange and magenta. And I can see my options iris down and fade away the more I walk this world. I guess I threw away my shot to hang my toes or run my fingers down the inside of a curl. Hunker down a minute and take the time you need to sketch out your adventure. But read the tide or it can pull you down for good. You just ask orange and magenta. Cost a lot of sleep to try and figure where the day went every night. If you allow for all the time you put in worrying, imbalance is alright. Plot your moves to minimize the danger and avoid another lecture. While you're staring at your shoes, the day will bleed from blue to orange and magenta. Orange and magenta. Y'all. All right, I'm going to do one more and take a short break, and want to say hi to all you folks. And thanks for listening. I'm Wes Collins from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Until this past May, I was a full-time librarian, and it was a really good songwriting place because if you're not on the desk, it's kind of a good way to kind of work on songs while you're like shelf reading or putting things up. And there also was this beautiful 1 mile loop around the library, right? It's just this beautiful little walking track. It was almost exactly a mile. A lot of variety, really pretty. And I was working on this one song, which coincidentally I'm about to play you, and I came upon a writing spider web. You guys you know what a writing spider looks like? Yeah. Charlotte was a writing spider, right? So they make these beautiful webs and they write things like, some pig or, terrific. Or, it's all... So I came around this corner and saw this beautiful writing spider web, and it was just full of dandelion seeds. All these dandelion pods had blown into it, and I just thought, well, that's a shame. It's like nobody's getting anything out of that. Just sucks all the way around. See if you can see where that ended up in this song. So I'm going to do this one. I hope to see you guys out here. Please stick around. I got a whole nother set of tunes to do for you. This song is called Details. It goes like this. You took the dishes down and set them on the counter, humming out loud 'cause I was trying to talk to you. And one by one you held them up just so and dropped them on the floor like you were trying to break them perfectly in two. I tiptoed in to try and straighten up this morning, and I couldn't stop myself from looking in on you. I couldn't tell if you were sleeping, but your eyes were closed like you were trying to keep the coming day from coming true. You bore a hole into the world it doesn't notice, and I'm afraid to look at what you're trying to see. I know you're looking for the devil in the detail. I hate to break it to you, child, it might be me. Know your mom and me, we made it 20 summers, and we held up those vows just like we said we would. But like a dandelion seed caught in a spider web, it wasn't doing either of us any good. She made a project out of cleaning out a wallet, tossing the business cards and wrappers on the floor. And it got good to her, so she kept right on going. And now I'm not in her wallet anymore. Now you can earn your soul to smooth away the wrinkles and do exactly what you say you're gonna do. But everybody's got a devil in their details. If you don't know where it is, it's probably you. Mend the broken dishes. Anything can be forgiven. Clean and round and sharp enough to take your hand to ribbons. Sometimes I skip a couple frames so I can sleep at night. And I understand if you don't want to take my call. I have to back away position, or else the devil in the details gets it all. He wants it all. All right. We did it. In it. There's something sweet in it. It's, yeah. No, dude, just do that again. Yeah, it's perfect. That's perfect. Well, while we're, I'll take a second to. I thought my guitar was in tune, but it is. It's drifting on me here. Not always, but I've wanged the snot out of it when we first got up here, and it's mad at me now. It's like, oh yeah. I think my G string's just gonna be flat all day. How do you think about that, buddy? All right. So I think you just did. Isn't that nice? Little Indian influence right there. So if you're lucky, when you're writing a song, you come up with a phrase that means more than one thing, and that can do some heavy lifting in your songwriting, right? And I got lucky. I got a phrase here that means three things. Oh wow! Yeah. So, isn't it anise? It's throat coat. It's called throat coat. Throat coat. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this song is kind of it starts off as a PSA and then it kind of goes a little left. The song is called Look Out. Yes! Song time. Look out for the people who love you, 'cause I never knew love to be loud. And I've been squinting into faces for 70 years, and I could never pick it out of a crowd. When your eyes acclimate to the carnival noise, you can make out the pretty from the true. Then look out for the people who love you. They're looking for you too. Then look out for the people who love you. When they gesture for you to come through into a house house where the floor might be a little bit sticky, but you still need to take off your shoes. There might be a diary left open to a sensitive page you can read, but don't ever let on. You look out for the people who love you, and you'll never be gone. And they gave it up for nothing, then you get to earn it. Use their hearts like a muscle, and just watch how they turn on you. And then, brother, look out for the people who love you, 'cause you gave them the keys to your life. If you got a scar on your spirit, somebody who loved you was probably holding the knife. And it's right there in the name of the contract. It's engineered to be misunderstood. You look out for the people who love you. They can mess you up good. You look out for the people who love you, 'cause I never could. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, as you might have heard, I am a recently ex-librarian, so I'm free to divulge some of my library secrets. I'm going to give you my patented shushing technique now. It's really not so much about technique as attitude. The thing is, shushing doesn't work, right? All it does is make more noise, right? You're just going shh, and that doesn't work. What you want to do in that situation where people are being loud, where they're not supposed to be loud, is that you wait for them to look at you, right? And they will look at you, because these are terrible, terrible people, right? They're going to look at you, and when they look at you, pointing right at them. And you never break eye contact. Now, I would tell you to do that back to me, but I can see all of you, and that would hurt me, so. Yeah.
Did it work with 11 and 12-year-olds?
Oh, no. No, that's what the blow darts are for. So, now that you have that power, use it wisely. So, all this to say that there's a phrase that goes around, I'm sure you've heard it, that it's all over but the shouting, it's all over but the screaming. I'm here to tell you there's something after the screaming, and it's the worst. And the song is called The Quiet Part. It goes like this. You don't have to guess why I'm made out of chalk. It was the shake in your voice when you told me that we gotta talk. I haven't been around to meet your eyes for a while, so I hold on to the edge of the chair and I stick on a smile. don't want to hear what you're trying to get over to me. 'Cause I can tell this morning gonna break us over its knee. And it runs under your breath in a delicate hum. It's a little bit sad and a little bit numb. And I know you're ready to go. Now we come to the quiet part. See, I got tired of dancing on that hot griddle. I whispered a lie that was not sweet and it was not little. And a bit at a time I forgot how to talk to you. I tell you you're right, I promise to change. And I do what I want to do. See, I admired your dignity and grace, but it turns out you're just too tired to trash the place. I don't know how much of me you're looking to keep, but this is the last time I get to watch you falling asleep. Sun coming on the horizon, going to gray. I busted the clocks, curtained the windows. It's coming in anyway. Now I probably agree with whatever you said, but I don't know how to get out of my head. So I gather my shoes and a bundle of clothes and slip out of your life on the tips of my toes. We could call it whatever we want, but it isn't that we gotta talk, it's that I gotta listen. But count on me to go missing when we get to the quiet part. When we get to the quiet part. Thank y'all. Thanks very much. I hope that one is not autobiographical. This one is not. When I was working at a library, I was volunteering at a library. One of my jobs was to transcribe interviews. It was a forest history library, and I had to transcribe the interviews that Smithsonian had done with some people, forest rangers. And there was this woman who was shut herself in a fire tower, an observation tower, for 4 to 7 months a year, I think. It's been a long time. But she was just up there for all that time alone. And I kind of got the feeling from that interview that that was the most this person had talked in, years. And I kind of wondered, idly, as you do, like, what would a romantic situation be like for a person like this? So this song is called The Trees. That's if you notice some lyrics on the way in, they're from this song. It goes like this. Well, it has to get stuffy up in that tower all day. Can you call it a view when they don't let you look away? All day and night up there scanning the park for a rumor, a smoke, or a spark. And you have to love something about it. Sure don't get paid. When I'm working trails I think about you up there. 36 stories up, Jesus, God, that's a lot of stairs. And there isn't any signal out here. And the mail runs like 9 times a year. And if it wasn't so dry, I'd surprise you and send up a flare. 'Cause I'm looking at the trees. You can see the forest from down here in the weeds. It's hard to see you rooting for us when I lay my blanket down. I wanna take the long view, but I'm sleeping on the ground. You spend half of the wet season looking down at the rain. For me, I can pick any flower and tell you the Latin name. And that sounds to me like a pretty good start. But it's also what keeps us apart. And you say it is what it is, what it is. And I say it's a shame. 'Cause I'm looking at the trees. $20 says you are too. And if there's anything you need, I'll try and make it up to you. Or I can wait till you come down. Keep me in your long view, and I'll see you around. Thanks very much. I'm going to do a song now I wrote with, you all heard of Mary Bragg? Co-wrote this song with Mary Bragg about being still living in a town that you'd rather be from. All right. Song is called Anywhere But Here. It's like this. Another junkie on the corner makes it official now. It's getting kinda rough, but you'd be amazed what you can live with if you live with it often enough. You sit across my kitchen table, feel it hanging in the air. just love the cuckoo's calling. I never ask it why it does. Well, I'm living what I mean, but I don't have any words to sing. We've been over it for hours, and all I got so far is because. My brother showed me how to play this lick. Been 15 years, still can't play it half as well. The next time I see him, I'll get him to show me one more time. But I kinda doubt he's got a guitar in his cell. But I don't mark it by the hour. I get my comfort when it comes, when all you want's a shower and you don't know if it's coming. When you finally make it underneath that water, it'll hit you like a drug. We can stand here and kill ourselves, or we can talk about something else. You don't come right out and say I'm crazy, but I can hear it in your voice. It ain't got nothing to do with pride. I'm just taking up my side. You get to stick a walk away from me. I have to love it here because. Because. Thank you. All right. I feel like I owe you guys an explanation on this next song. I was driving through the desert in Texas, heading out to Moravia, Texas, and this image came up in my head. I was working on a song already, and this image came up in my head of people in beautiful ballroom clothes, and their gowns and their tails and their hair was swirling all around them because they were underwater and presumably dead. So, but that was disturbing enough. But then this,
You get those images often?
no, thank goodness. Yeah, and there were no mushrooms or peyote involved. But yeah, I was just this image just kind of came to me, kind of a musical image. It's kind of a synesthetic thing, I guess. But it wouldn't go away, and this music came with it, and I sang it to myself for the 3 hours until I could get to a guitar, and get it down. So the punishment, my reward for that is that you guys have to listen to this song. The song is called "Everyone Dances." It goes like this. Libby and me, we like hands and march up to the water. She keeps her eyes on the lake, but her fingers are talking to me. They say we don't have to go through with this if you don't want to. But I'm living in a Libby's world Libby takes all of the time in the world to do anything. So I'm nowhere near ready when she pulls us both over the rail. But she never lets go as the sky tumbles into the water. And the last thing I hear is some Native American name. Under the water, everyone dances. We turn in the current like everybody else. Dance long enough, the music will come to you. Might get what you came for. Don't hold your breath. Libby ain't there when I come up for air. And ain't nothing on shore where her clothes ought to be. And I'm walking so hard to stay this side of knowing. I go to call out a name, I don't make a sound. Put a wish on the water to swallow me down. 'Cause I'm living in Libby's world now, and Libby's not home. Thank y'all. Speaking of things I've co-written with other people, have y'all heard of David Lamont? Friends with David Lamont, and we set out to write a song about the person how uncomfortable it would have been for the person sitting next to Rosa Parks on that bus, right? It would just been really. We failed at writing that song, and we ended up writing a song about the person sitting next to the person sitting next to Rosa Parks on the bus. That would be Rosa Parks. The song is called "You May Do That." It goes like this. You may never even notice what you're doing. And you may think until you cannot move at all. And you can make your lists until you're out of paper. You can roll the window down and let them fall. You may do that. You might think of the right words but never say them. And you might let some things be said no one should say. And you might wish you'd said the words you thought of later. And if you get another chance at it someday, you may do that. You may do that. You may think that you're waiting on a hero. Would you recognize that hero on your bus? And you might think that you can never make a difference. And it might look to you like no one ever does. But you may. you may do that. City transit sets a slow turn round the corner. Sunlight slides across the seat, just squint your eyes. The signs say watch your step and keep the aisle clear, son. You keep following directions, you'll be fine. And you may do that. It's the law, you give your seat up now. You know that, right? You make it easy on yourself, you know your place. I got the radio right here and I can bring in the police. She keeps her seat and looks him in the face. Says you may do that. You may do that. All right. It's so cool to not have to like unplug and stuff. To just put this guitar down and pick this one up. So, I was telling you about prompts earlier. Early in my songwriting career, I was in a songwriting group where we decided to play a little game we thought would be fun, where you write the name of a famous songwriter down on a piece of paper and put it in a hat that was going around. And then they would mix it all up. And then they passed the hat around again, and you drew a songwriter's name out of that hat. And you had to write a song by the next week or whatever it was in the style of that songwriter. So I wrote Loudon Wainwright III on my piece of paper because I'm a big Loudo fan. And you know, when the thing came around, I was like, I hope it's John Prine, you know. Hope it's not Gordon Lightfoot. Hope it's, you know, hope it's not Bob Dylan. Piece of paper said Howlin' Wolf on it. I was like, oh yeah, he wrote songs. So again, forget about surfing. Think about the blues and look at me, right? No, I don't get the blues. I get the vapors, you know. I get melancholy. I get sad, you know. But I don't get the blues. There are no mean mistreaters in my life. So I went out and I bought one of these, and I learned to do this thing that you're going to hear me do for like 3 solid minutes over and over. But I was still having trouble with the lyrics, you know, because I just, you know, what am I going to, oh, the potholes, they need to patch the holes. That, you know, I mean, I just don't have those kind of problems. And then one night, I was out back, my wife and I were arguing, and I was back grilling something, and it occurred to me to write about sausage. And it just got away from me, folks. It just was like, I had to really edit it down. So you guys count the sausage puns as they go by. The song is called Poor Little Sausage, just like what the British nannies say, oh, are you a hungry little sausage? So this. I've been through the grind more than a time or two. There's one. I can't cut no mustard. I ain't no good to you. What do you want a poor little sausage to do? You called me last night and said I gotta see my sugar daddy. I hopped in my ride and drove all the way to Cincinnati. Now I'm hanging in kitchen with all the other patties. Now you got me on that hook. You don't even like to cook. Why don't you mail me back my heart next time you clean out your pocketbook? Yeah, the kitchen's all smoky, you won't get off the phone. My casing popped open and all my juice is gone. I'm just a poor little sausage God left on the grill too long. So it was worth bringing this little baby, right? That song just does not come out of that guitar. It just only lives on that one. All right, so I'm going to do about 2 more songs for y'all. I really, really appreciate you sticking with me through all this. Had a few people ask me about my kids. My daughter, who is now 24, when she was 18 months old, her favorite thing in the world was, this is going to shock you, dinosaurs, okay? And not real dinosaurs, but the little plastic dinosaurs that you get from, the gift shops at the museum. They were her favorite thing in the world. So she amassed this huge tub of them. And her favorite thing to do, and this was really amazing, she would make these beautiful migratory patterns out of her room, across the hall into the bathroom, right? And, there were stegosauruses and there were brontosauruses and, Archaeopteryxes and everything. And what they all had in common was that they were pointy, right? And so they were really something to see, but often I would not see them, because it was 6 a.m. and I heard the coffee do that thing, and I'm off to get my coffee. So there'd be like this extinction level event in the middle of the hallway, and I would. So this song is about being okay with that kind of thing. And by the way, this is one of the few songs you may have noticed that I don't have choruses that come back around a lot. This song does have a chorus that comes back around. You'll hear it as it comes. The song is called Chasing Hallelujah. It goes like this. Feet on the floor, I get my slippers on, try to line them up, I feel and run my finger around my heel, I pick them up, and I put them down again, and the way it looks right now, I can't begin to work out how I'll ever highlight today, chasing hallelujah, somehow, some way, finding my way to the highlight today, chasing hallelujah, highlight today, get it in gear, try to navigate around those pointy little toys, but they're so carefully along the hall. I kill the overhead, and I'm just staring for that blinker like a lighthouse on my coffee maker. Highlight today, chasing hallelujah, somehow, some way,
finding my way to the high light of day, chasing hallelujah, high light of day. And now I hear them waking up, yanking us into our day. The chair tells me it's way too early, but my feet show me the way. And I pick 'em up, I put 'em down again. That routine will run you blind, but if I ever need reminding after bedtime, peek around the door. And if I don't mind the clock, I'll lose an hour of sleep just looking at 'em. High light of day, chasing hallelujah, somehow, some way, finding my way to the high light of day, chasing hallelujah, high light of day. All right. One more. Thank y'all. I'm going to leave you guys. Farewell, I'm bound to leave you. I have got a song here that if you're ever in a crowded bar and you're near enough to this person, you'll hear it. Or if, say, the band suddenly stops playing or the jukebox gets unplugged, you'll hear this. And I really, I don't know how, I don't know the right superlative to say thank you for what y'all have given me tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave you with this. You'll pick up on the title as the song goes along. I love you guys. You're the only ones that get me. Nobody gets me at home. I love you guys. I'll forget that in the morning, but I know it here. You're blurry, but it's clear. I love you guys. I love you guys. I'll tug on your awesome shirt and I'll say it right out loud. Right out loud. I love you guys. I'll get clean up on this bar and I'll sing it out to you when I get ready to. I love you guys. I get like this whenever I start thinking hard. Feels like I'm sinking hard. Either way, I'm blinking hard. Don't give me that look like all the others do. It's only one or two, and I get to hang with you guys. Get like this whenever like I'm shrinking hard. Shouldn't be this stinking hard. I'm small and quiet till I get that third one down. I start to look around, pick a fight, and stand my ground. But I love you guys. I don't know if you can hear me. You smile and nod your head, but not at what I said. I love you guys. And I could throw mine in with anybody anywhere. I can't tell if you care, but I love you guys. Night, y'all. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Dave. Thanks so much. Oh, my gracious. All right. Thank y'all so much.
So for what it's worth, that's maybe about the 5th standing ovation we've ever had. Just so you know.
No kidding.
No kidding. Wow. Picky. No, that's not true. We have very happy guests.
That's right.
So thank you all for
Sorry.
coming. That's right.
Yeah.
2 requests, as much as I hate to say it, please bring your leftovers home. You could leave a little bit of soup on the side, but there's just 2 of us and bathing suit season's coming. And if I could ask a few of you to grab a folding chair and follow your greeter, Mr. David. We just get him out into the garage for me, we'll take care of him tomorrow, but that'll save us some time.
What else can we do to help you clean up?
Not a damn thing. Just thanks for coming.
Yes.